Welcome to OneShot, solo D&D storytelling adventure, where I pretty much write in a story format what happens in the campaign, instead of doing the funny voices and voice acting and all that stuff. Leave that to the professionals. I'm not even a professional writer, but oh well. A little bit of background stuff. So for Eveline, I switched, she should have athletics instead of medicine. So yeah, because, well, she's our strongest character, so it'll be weird not having someone that was good at athletics. I can't even speak. Okay. So yeah, and also I'll show you her spell list. So this is her spells. So we've got for her cantrips Light, Firebolt, Mind Sliver, Green Flame Blade, and Minor Illusion. In the previous video, I put it as mending her spell. I changed it to Light instead. And for her spell list, it's Cure Wounds, Sleep, Healing Word, and Chaos Bolt. Because she is Divine Soul, she gets a Cleric spell list. She gets to choose spells from the Cleric spell list. So that's her spell list. And Obsidian's, his spells is, his cantrips is Eldritch Blast, obviously, Mage Hand, and his spells are Arm of Agathist, Hex, Shield, and Wraithful Smite. So those are his spells. That's it. Yeah. Let's start the story, shall we? So we've got Obsidian. He is outside the tavern. So, chapter 1. You find yourself at a tavern. Like all great adventures. I'll come up with a better name later. But you find yourself at a tavern. That's usually how good D&D adventures start. So let us begin. I can't even write my main character's name. Obsidian. It is weird because there is a mic in the way. Just move that forward a bit. Obsidian stormed into the... I don't even have a name for the tavern. Let's see here. Good old donjon. Random generator. Let's go trinkets. The Ivory Flute. The Ivory Flute? Okay, we'll go with the Ivory Flute. So, Obsidian stormed into the Ivory Flute Tavern. Boom. The clatter of wooden doors forced the once jovial conversations and light entertainment to a halt. I should play some music. Let's see, I'll play this so it doesn't, so it comes to a halt. Yeah. There we are. So the clatter of wooden doors forced the once jovial conversation and light entertainment to a halt. No, not a halt. Let's go turned. Turned the once jovial conversations and light entertainment to hidden murmurs and wandering eyes, following the large man's footsteps across the room, but with a quick glance of his... What color is his eyes? Looks like a silver. Silver, we'll go with silver. There we are. But with a quick glance of his silver eyes, emphasized by the hood of his fur-lined cloak, the patrons returned to their drinks. Yeah, I'll do a quick perception check as he's making his way through. Boom. See, he gets there. Obsidian. Let's see what he notices. Quick perception. Oh, okay. 22 perception. So yeah, he scans the whole bar. Oh yeah. So yeah, he has a... He twirls as he enters the bar. He does a quick twirl. The reason why he was there in the first place. No, I don't like that. I'll fix it later. It's fine. We'll just... yeah. He quickly made his way to the counter. Right in front of the bartender. Let's see here. Random generate NPC. We need a dwarf. Landy. Landy? Entertainer. Befund. No. Male dwarf fighter. I don't like befund. Landy is probably a better name. I'll go with the male dwarf fighter, but I'll change it. Let's see here. I'll use that. Quickly made his way to the counter right in front of the bartender, taking a seat right in front of the bartender, spitting into a tankard for a quick polish. Okay, I want to see how Landy, I'm going to call him Landia. Landia sounds a better dwarf name. So I just roll one of these dice, our first roll from the story cubes. We're going to see how the dwarf Landy reacts to Obsidian. Okay, we got Tower. Tower, if you can see that. So, we got Tower. I'm going to say that he is... I think I said this in the last one. Let's go with something else. He's strong, obviously, but he's got this both external and internal fortitude. Let's say, we'll go fortitude. So he doesn't let people in. He's not expressive of his emotions. And so I think his reaction to Obsidian is he is impartial to him. He doesn't really care who he is one way or the other. He's just a normal bartender. ale, please. Obsidian paused as he peered. Oh, no. Paused as the dwarf spat into another tankard, preferably in a tankard. Let's go. Mug cleaned by your wife. What's wrong with my mugs? That's a question mark. It is a question. The dwarf said as he peered into the bottom of the wooden vessel. Wooden vessel? Sounds a bit posh. Wooden interior. No. Wooden. What's wrong with my cleaning method? Dwarf doesn't need to be in capital. Dwarf said as he peered into the bottom of the what's another word for tankard? I don't like using that. Wooden cup. I would like my ale without an aftertaste of pig fat. Obsidian smiled at the... Okay, let's see his wife. His wife is there as well, right behind him. Right there. So she would hear this conversation. How would she react to Obsidian? Let's see here. We got tree. Okay, we need to... I'm gonna say tree. Got something to do with nature, I think, so... I'm gonna make her an elf. She's an elf. Okay. So, her... yeah, it's, oh god, what's that couple from, The Hobbit? The dwarf and the elf? Ah, it's them pretty much, but they own a tavern now. Past the dwarf to the young. No, sure, elves always young. What? Okay, she's an elf, but let's see. We got female elf artist. Oh, same elf. No, male. Female half-elf monk. Mary. Huh. Short with brown hair and large hazel eyes. Yeah. To the small elf behind him. She's cooking behind him, so bringing forth a pot of stew. See, I told you then dear, the elven woman said as she placed the pot on the counter. So she placed the pot on the counter, so she is now over here with a pot. Would you look at that? It's like I planned it. So with a pot, then with a comb of her short brown hair, painting it with a thin layer of grease, she reached for one of the tankards and filled it up to the brim. So yeah, I roll pretty much to see how the NPCs interact with Obsidian. So I rolled nature for her. So I think with the tree, I'm gonna say let's say family tree. Like there's a connection between her and Obsidian related to somewhere in the family. So we're gonna say that, let's see, so we got Landir and we have Mary, right at the bottom, Mary. Female half-elf monk. Boom. Mary. Did I turn the music on? The music should have started back up again. Can't hear it, do I? After a while, the music has returned. They're still watching this new character into the bar. So her symbol was nature. So family connection with Obsidian. And okay. So let's say because of the connection with Mary, he's a bit protective. Like let's say he's defensive against Obsidian. He doesn't hate Obsidian. It's just, and he's not really worried about his relationship with Mary and Obsidian. He's just like, maybe he also knows that what happened with the family connection was a bad thing. Let's say that. Before placing it on the counter. Here you go. Thanks, Mary. Let's change it to an I. Obsidian said as he placed a silver coin on the counter. What is it like? Where is it? Here we are. A mug is only 4 copper, so he's paying double the price. You should really stop paying so much. Yeah, I would say Obsidian is that family connection. Because Landia is so defensive about it, maybe the whole war. So maybe one of her family members was in the army with Obsidian, and they lost their lives. Like maybe a little brother or something. So we'll say family connection to Obsidian. Lost relative in battle due to him, but it's not his fault. So it was the commanding officers and let's say maybe Obsidian was introduced to the family beforehand, and that they know that it's not his fault what happened. But still, Landir is protective of his wife, and Mary is Mary, just a nature-loving free spirit. Mary said as she placed the coin in her pocket. He hasn't said anything in a while. No, I spoke to him, so I told you. Let's see, he just spoke to him, so there should be a line where Landir speaks. I haven't gotten any complaints so far. And said, no, said's boring. Skull. Yeah, I know. If you are writing a novel, you should always use said. Like, it may be repetitive, but just do it. Just do it. Nike. It's not sponsored by Nike. We should be, but we're not. Landir scowled, ignored Landir as she smiled at Obsidian. So, as she placed the coin in her dress pocket. Yep, in my fantasy world, dresses have pockets. Consider it payment for such great serve. Are you Obsidian Kane? I think with that 22, he would have noticed everyone in the bar, I think. Like, he scanned the shit out of this place. So, here is our second character. Hey. Lyrical voice echoed behind Obsidian, forcing him to turn, only to be greeted by a blinding light. But after a few blinks, the light began to settle, revealing... I should roll for how Obsidian will interact with this new character. Or how she should interact with... I don't know what I'm doing. I'll just roll anyway. Let's see what happens. I got a tent. She is seeking Obsidian out for some unknown reason. Maybe she wants a mission. No. Maybe she has a mission for him. We'll say that. She has a mission. I'll add that in. Majestic. Thank you, autocorrect. Majestic woman veiled in white as snow swept. Yeah, sure, why not? It says snow swept hair flowed around a pale frame supported by... Her armor is quite weird in the picture. Picture time. Yeah, it's almost... Okay, let's see here. Supported by revealing armor if it was made from porcelain. Porcelain. Not interested. Question mark? Not interested. Obsidian said as he returned to his drink. Not interested, the woman exclaimed as she took a seat next to Obsidian. At least hear me out first. Okay, let's give her a persuasion roll. Persuasion for Ellervine. Persuasion. Oh, 20. Let's see here. I'm going to give Obsidian investigation. He's going to investigate the woman. Oh no. Okay. Maybe it's the light that affects him, but fine. You have until I finish this pint. Obsidian said as he took a sip. That's more than enough. The young woman beamed at him as she pulled out a backpack. So to keep the story going, I'm not going to do like shopping missions and stuff like that. What's going to happen is I am just going to roll. If you guys have watched Me, Myself and Die, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a percentile die, and I'm going to say like something is, so the whole likely or unlikely scenario. So if it is standard, I'd say even or odd. If it's just base, if someone has something or not, if the chances of them actually having it would make sense. So yeah, like highly likely would be under 75 they need to roll. If it's highly unlikely, then it's under 25. So like that pretty much. So I'm going to roll percentile die to see if she has a map, which should be highly likely. So D100 45. Yeah, she has a map. Her backpack somewhat hidden by her mane of white hair. She quickly rummaged through the rummaged through the content till she found a tattered piece of parchment which she pulled out, slamming it onto the table. No, onto the counter. My name is Lady Ellervine, and I need your help getting to, so silent forest. So let's do a history check. Would it be history or nature for if he knows the location or has heard about it? I'm going to do history. Let's see. History -1. He's an idiot. Would be nature. No, I'll do history. Yeah, he has no idea. First nat 1 of the game. Okay, how much are you willing to pay? $100 gold. Mary, does that sound reasonable? Obsidian shouted over the counter to the woman, startling her as she dropped dead hair on to the floor. Damn it, Obsidian, don't scare me like that, Mary said as she returned to the two to peer at the old map on the table. Sorry, but do you know about the silent forest? Yeah, I would say she is an elf. She could be from somewhere else, but I'm going to say because the map's there and it's an elven, obviously elven map, she can read it, but does she know about it? I'm just going to do I'm going to do a roll at advantage for Miri. So a 19. Yeah, she knows. Obsidian said as he showed her the map. Yeah, what about it? Miri smiled, almost enjoying the sight. Elven script, create patterns over the worn out paper. This lovely elf is paying me 100 gold to escort her to the silent forest. Is that? Yeah. Because I wanted it to be in Starvalis, but come on, map. So yeah, silent forest. That's where I originally wanted her. So every 4. So I've measured it out. Every 4 hexagons is 5 feet, which is pretty much 1 day travel. So no snipping. So Gullian straight there would be just under 50 feet, so 10-day travel. If you went around on foot, yeah, okay. Is that acceptable? Obsidian said. So 100. Mary chuckled. That is at least 10 days travel by foot. You will be paid only 10 gold. 10 gold a night. And you usually make that much in a day. Sorry, miss. Not interested. Obsidian said as he finished the rest of his ale. Okay. Okay. How about Lady Ellervine? I'm not interested in with a sigh. He wiped off his foam off his grey beard. He's still got his hood up after all this time. He should take his hood off. Taking a seat while removing his hood to reveal a worn out face. Unsure if it was due to time or to war, as an equally worn out suit of military armor flashed under the cloak. Yeah, that sounds cool. Which he moved aside so he could take a seat right in front of... Okay, yeah, that sounds much better. Save. Always remember to save, guys. Saving saves lives. Then with a sigh, he wiped the foam off his matted grey beard while nudging his head to a rowdy group of elves making their own entertainment despite the annoyance of the jesters on stage. Why don't you ask your fellow elves for help? They are intoxicated. They are pretty much making a racket, singing, dancing at their table. I don't think they would notice. I mean, there is pretty much a glowing woman in the center of the tavern, so I'm gonna say I'm just gonna do a roll at disadvantage just to see if 11. Okay, it's not great. I'd say someone is overhearing their conversation from this table over here. It's only like, oh yeah, so she would have come over to this. Yeah, I'd say if there's a chair there. Imagine if there's a chair there. There's a chair there. Okay. So 11 plus drunk. So straight up 11. Yeah, I'm gonna say they're too busy. They're drunk. They're too busy doing their own thing. Okay, wait. How about 500 gold? I'm gonna say, yeah, she and another ale. She did roll very high with her persuasion, and so Obsidian was interested in her proposal, but despite the -1 in his intelligence, I mean, he has been doing bounty hunting for a while. He knows that how much certain jobs would cost. So even with her high persuasion roll, it didn't match. So I'm gonna say with the 500 gold, it does match. However, I'm gonna say because she is adamant for Obsidian to come with her and such a large increase, I'm gonna say that the elves get advantage on listening, because she's like, she just shouts it out. She doesn't really know where she is at the moment. Well, I mean, she does know where she is, but she doesn't know the scope of the land, so to speak, of what's happening. So I'm gonna say Ellervine said as she grabbed the man, pulling him back down. She was worried he would fly away. No, I don't like that. So yeah, should I roll again? No, I'll use that 19. They overhear her shout. Because yeah, I don't think they would have noticed then, you know? I think if it was money involved, I think like pointing out that they're elves is redundant, but hearing a large sum of money being said, that would bring people's interest. And I don't think, and with a whole bar full of people, not even, some might be drunk, some might not be, so I think the 19 years, people would have overheard. I'm going to use that for just the surrounding people. 500 gold. Obsidian said as he peered over the map again. Did you say there was another ale as well? And then back to Ellervine. Say there was another ale as well. 2 ales, please. Make that free. Let's see here. Group of elves. Let us see our group of elves. Race elves. Let's see what elves we get. So it's D10, so I'm just going to roll 3 D10s. So 5, 8, and 3. So we've got Krina, a female elf sorcerer. Krina, female sorcerer. Then it was a 5 elf monk. Weenan, female monk. And what was the last one? An 8. A male elf cleric. Seems like a decent party. a sorcerer, monk, and a cleric. I'm getting bow vibes from this character that's just appeared. So I'm going to say that it is the monk that approaches him first. Let me just see. So I'm going to just use for the characters the bandits. So see, bandits. So their hit points are 11, but I'm going to just roll what would you call it? So sorcerer is a d6. The monk is a d8. No, the cleric's d8. What is monk? Monk is d8. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to keep all this, but I'm just going to add extra stuff. And just because I'm too lazy to make whole NPCs and stuff like that. So let me just roll for each one. So do the sorcerer first. D6. 6. Ooh, so 17 for the sorcerer. See, D8. A 4. So the monk is only a 15. So the sorcerer has more health than the monk. And oh, did I roll a D10? Yeah, I rolled a D8. Another D8. Oh, okay. Cleric is boss with 19. Okay, these guys are pretty tough. Okay. So let's see, how did the female monk look like? So rugged in appearance with golden hair and dark grey eyes. Okay. Wields an Ono hand axe. Okay, that's pretty cool. Make that free. Rugged looking woman embraced the two with a hug, letting the two have a closer inspection of the woman as her defined features were painted with rose pink and a rose pink along with ale stained robes underneath ale stained robes. The same musculature. Yeah, she's a monk. Musculature. Can't spell musculature. So musculature. Sorry, we are kind of busy at the moment, Ellervine said as she peeled the woman's arm off her shoulder. Doesn't look like it. I'm going to leave the sorcerer out of this at the moment. I'm going to make it the cleric. Doesn't look like it. Thin elven man appeared behind the woman. Let me just go to our... Wait, can you guys... There we are. So let's see here. So there's our... We'll say that's our cleric with his red hair. So he's going to appear like that. I'm going to say that is our... So she is over... Yeah, she's over here. She's in between them, so... I'll put them there at the moment. She's got 15. She's got 5 feet reach now. His curly red hair drawing more emphasized by his own flushed cheeks, flushed features in a scarlet hue. Your friend doesn't seem to be interested, but we are more than willing to help. Yeah, the elven woman, but we can do it. Yeah, we can take you to this silent forest or whatever. She asked me first. So I'm going to say Obsidian doesn't trust people. Like, he's a rogue. He should be like cautious of everyone. So with his 22 perception, he would have been prepared for pretty much if anyone was to approach him. He would have been keeping an eye out while talking to Ellervine. So he would have noticed these elves approach. So I'm going to say during that time he would have been able to put a bolt in his crossbow and have it out ready already. Ready? Already, yeah. Okay. She asked me first. Obsidian turned to reveal crossbow aimed at the elven woman's stomach. Why don't we let her decide? Sorry, but I'm going with Obsidian. Ellervine bowed to the two intoxicated elves. That is a shame. The elven man said, Hey, I know. The elven woman said, why don't we just take the gold? Time for initiative. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Obsidian first. Obsidian initiative. 6. Not a good start. Ellervine, what is your initiative? Oh. God. Guys. Not good. Not good. Okay. And the bandits. Just gonna make you do straight up dex roll. Oh, okay. What luck we have here. So Obsidian gets to go first. Okay, and others just, yeah. So descending. Obsidian gets to go first. Would you look at that? He gets to go first with a 6. How awesome is that? Okay, he goes first. How is he going to attack? So he does have crossbow expert. So let's see here what he does. And Ellervine is 5 feet away from our lovely monk friend, so he does get sneak attack. If you can, Obsidian said as she beamed at the man behind her. If you can, Obsidian said as he pulled out a short sword. Swordy sword, arcing it forward and into, no, he's sitting down, said as he turned around to face the two by jumping out of his chair while pulling out a short sword, letting the blade arc out of its sheath towards the elven woman. Let's see here. Come on, roll better than a bloody 6. You can do it. I believe in you, Obsidian. Let's see here. So, short sword. Oh, not good. That's a 7. That misses. But the elven woman was quick. Jumping out of the way of the blade while unaware of the crossbow. Come on, Obsidian, crossbow bolt. You got this. So, hand crossbow. Yes! Okay, she takes 8 damage. So, that is 7. She is now bloodied. While unaware of the crossbow bolt, shooting forward and into her shoulder. So it is, so that is his turn. So bandits. So good old monk. Monk's just gonna go for a swing. So let's see here. Green. She ripped out the bolt and threw it back at the man, using it as a makeshift dagger. Let's see if she hits. So she's gonna move over there, and let me just roll for bandits. Ooh, that hits. Scimitar damage 7. Oh, she crits with that. She does max damage pretty much. Obsidian. So your 24 becomes 17. Charged forward using the projectile as a makeshift dagger, which she buried into Obsidian's chest, while the elven man focused on Ellervine, raising his hands to trace patterns in the air. Soon the patterns started to grow with a vibrant hue, sending forth a beam of divine light over the young woman. Let's see here, I'm just going to do a light crossbow attack. So 17. So she doesn't have time to take her arm out, so that's going to hit. That nearly does max damage. She also takes 17 points of damage. So G is at 16. Oh, it's not looking good for our friends. Ellervine cried out in pain as her pale skin started to blister in radiant light, but she bared through it, raising her own hands towards the elven man with a flourish as a perfect orb of shifting light appeared in her hand. Okay, come on Ellervine, you got this. Yeah. Oh, that's terrible damage. 1, 2, and 4. Wow. Oh my gosh. Like the lowest possible damage is what? Like a 3. Oh gosh. If it was 1 and 1, then something could have happened. 7. What a waste. Then the hues started to settle on a dull blue, shooting out to create a shard of ice, embedding itself into the man's abdomen. Will you lot stop this at once? Shouted over the sudden battle as drops of blood started to stain the wooden floor below. Obsidian, you're always starting trouble. I didn't do anything, Obsidian said, pushing the elven woman back. Malta, Gina, get the guards. Mary screamed between Obsidian Obsidian Ellervine peeking. No. The peeking? Yeah, peeking her head out to see the nearby waitresses, along with a few of the patrons making their way out of the tavern. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. She's gonna dash. So, but try and avoid the. So that is 35, 20, so 55. So she would get just outside. So she'd be there. So I'd say these guys also make it out. These lot make it out. This lady's on the roof. And so let's see, her double movement. Yeah, she'd make it out as well to get the guards outside. Yeah, so I'll just say, so that lot stay there. This lot just staying where they are. They can't. Oh, she would probably leave out this back door. So yeah, I think that's all the others are doing. So it's back to Obsidian. Damn it. All I wanted was a drink. Obsidian said as he plunged the short sword forward. Okay, come on Obsidian, you got this. Yes! Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's more than... Yeah, he... overkill. Why is 2 1s but a natural 20? Yeah. Drew the woman forward. Plunging the short sword under her rib cage and threw her back. The elven woman gasped as her body went limp. Resting on the hilt while giving Obsidian a place to rest his crossbow, aiming it at the man behind her. Let's see his second shot. Obsidian hand crossbow, 17 hits, and he does, well, no sneak attack, but he does. Man, why are you, how many ones have you rolled? My gosh, seriously Obsidian. Actually, to be honest, the times I've played Obsidian, he's rolled a lot of ones as well. He might be one of those interesting characters, but he does do 4 damage, so he is now at 8, sending a bolt into his neck. Oh, no. The man screamed, aiming his hands at Obsidian along with his divine wrath. Bandits. Light crossbow. 17. 17 hits, but let me just see. Shield. Obsidian. What shield does? 5+ bonus. But as the arcane light hovered above him, Obsidian raised his hands to form a shimmering shield protecting him, to the surprise of the man. I think she's going to heal Obsidian. She is like a gesture. That is why I chose you. Ellervine whispers as she places a hand on his shoulder, sending a pulse of energy across his form and towards the wound on his chest. He watched as the wound slowly started to heal, and then back to the woman, aiming her other hand at the man. As a spark of flames erupted out of her hand and towards the man. So first I'm going to roll for her healing word, a 5, not bad. So Obsidian 17 now becomes a 22. Let's go for a firebolt. No, she doesn't have this. Who easily dodged out of the way, while unaware of the approaching guards behind him, as one makes his way towards Obsidian, and the other towards the man, reaching him as he held his spear against his back. Wait, what is the meaning of this? Now let's see the guard's reaction to Obsidian. So I got the world. So I'm gonna say for world that the guards are sort of amazed by Obsidian, that he's this like almost this outlander, this person that goes out into the wild and hunts and then comes back and brings back the bounty pretty much. So I'm gonna say he is like, because he would be known by the guards of the city, because Gullion is pretty much a port city and is quite large. However, with Obsidian doing bounties in the city, he would be known for his abilities, and so I'm going to say that they have a worldly view to Obsidian that he is this revered character pretty much. They started it. We were just enjoying our drinks when these drunks attacked us for no reason. What he is saying is the truth. It's not really a deception, but I'm gonna see if the guards, what the guards will do. I'm just going to roll a d20 and just for their own investigation. Yeah, so wow. Okay. So despite the obvious that Obsidian has pretty much had just one drink and hasn't even gotten the second one. Ellervine hasn't had anything to drink, and you can clearly see like the others are heavily intoxicated, but the guards rolled shit on their investigation and so they're just like they're just gonna go with Obsidian's words on it. Obsidian said as he pulled out his blade, letting the woman's body fall with a thud, causing the elven man to sneer, yet with a spear aimed at his back. All he could do was stare daggers into the man before him. Is this true? The guard prodded his spear into the man. No, they attacked us, the man said. It's true. A female elf still seated at the table picked her head out of her tankard, stare at the commotion. We were just sitting here enjoying the entertainment when all of a sudden those two attacked us. Okay. That's a lie. Mary said, burning her gaze into the woman. Let's see here. Friend. She is a source. Wait. The spell is called friend, right? Friend. Spell friend. For the duration, you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice that isn't hostile. I'm gonna say with they're just gonna do a straight up charisma check to see what happens. So no, they don't believe her. While trying to hide the hand gestures of a spell. Okay, you're coming with us as well. God said as he made his way towards the woman with long white hair, similar to Ellervine, but instead of white robes, hers was a dark blue wrapped around gaunt features. What? Why didn't that work? The woman said as she studied her hands, now being shackled with a pair of manacles. Enough of your tricks. Let's go. Other guard said as he put away his spear and brought out his own pair of shackles, placing it around the elven man. The two were quickly escorted out of the building, but not before giving one quick look to the two inside, waving goodbye. But as the doors swung open and then closed with a familiar clatter, Obsidian turned to Ellervine, checking on her wounds. You were pretty good, Obsidian said with a flick of his blade, getting rid of the last specks of blood before placing the sword back in its sheath. You weren't so bad yourself, Ellervine said, still peering inspecting
giving his blade a little flip, getting rid of the last specks of blood before placing the okay.
They are about to go to sleep. Would she use that last spell slot? Or would she rest up and heal with a long rest? I'm going to say she keeps the spell.
Inspecting her own rooms. Said over the clutter of nearby doors opening up to let some more guards in as they helped pick up the body of the fallen woman. Now creating a trail of blood through the tavern. Who do you think is going to clean up your mess? Mary trailed off as Ellervine pulled out a white purse, which she undid the latch to reveal a large amount of gold. I hope this helps. She pulled out a few gold coins, which she placed on the table on the counter in a neat stack, and two neat stacks of tin. Yes, it does. As well as a room for the night. Reindeer said quickly, picking up the gold and placing it in his own pocket. He said, together or separate. Mary said, even though she was more focused on reindeer playing with the stack of coins together. His eyes glinting like a school kid, like a child with a bag of sweets. Green said, wait, what? Obsidian said, ended the keys. Have fun. Mary winked as we dragged the man upstairs.
Okay, I think that's where we're going to end it. I've written 2,320 words and 3 hours 49 minutes. And most of those words are shit, but I mean, we got somewhere for our first game. So let's see, we'll save. So yeah, that was our first chapter. I might go over it and just edit a little bit, like that part there. Should save those characters as well. So yeah, that went in a weird direction. I was not expecting. To be honest, I thought like this would be easy. I think the extra HP did increase it. I think if it was free, it would have been a deadly encounter. I thought like 2 of them should be fine, and if they did do pretty well, then I would chuck in the 3rd one. But I think it would balance out with my shitty rolls. So yeah, I had fun. This was a good first game. So next week, it's weird. I wanted to do this every week, but I think because next week I'll be having minor surgery. So what I'm going to do is probably make it every fortnight. I'll still do something next week, but not a writing session because I need to wake up early the next day for the surgery. So I might do a gameplay of Tales of the Arabian Night. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed whatever this was, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye bye.